grand finale. Listen, I'm sorry! I've been busy and stuff. When I made that first video, yeah, I was sick. But when you're sick, there's nothing to do but sit in bed all day. I couldn't even rip. When the Grand Branch hit, I had obligations. I had school and stuff. I was just coming back from my toughest semester ever, right into a semester that was even tougher. I just barely escaped this school year with my life. Not only that, I had fan channel duties to attend to. I had to make a whole bunch of event rips these past few months, including a fusion collab, not to mention 3 episodes of lore. I also participated in my first ever rip. Oh, and the scheduling. I'm a big shot channel manager on record collecting now. But enough excuses. This project has been in the back of my mind for months, so let's just get this thing done. I encourage you to grab something to eat. This will be a long one. Oh, and this time, I promise the buzzer noises will be quieter. If you were surveying the ARG Paint channel on January 13th, you may have come across this YTPMV of epic Steve Harvey I uploaded to Vavr. That was me, I made that. And I submitted it to Vavr on the 30th of December. However, I made the crucial mistake of submitting this vid in the regular submissions channel when I should have had it fast-tracked due to its relevance. I just didn't have a specific date in mind of when it should go up. I'ma do better in the future. Also, it's cool how the description is a parody of Conga Harvey Harvard by Rabomi, and the thumbnail of that video has been changed to reference epic Steve Harvey. I wanted to talk about this code at the end of the thing I made. It's the exact same process to solve it from the original step, it's just a different key. The LeBron edit at the end is made from repitched timestamps from the original epic Steve Harvey video. The clips used are specifically the ones associated with the keys 3 and 9. Surely you can take it from here, right?
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
You see this channel? Crushed it. Less than 6 hours. That's what I'm talking about. These scars on my back from previous SiIvaGunner counting challenges are all worth it to see this channel archived once more. Get this channel out my sight. Some people would say that I didn't do anything, that people were pinging me for no reason. Yes, I did do something. I sat in VC deafened the whole time. Because if there's one thing y'all ain't need, it's yet another person spouting random numbers. What you need is encouragement in this time. Shoutouts to Goof for providing me with the wisdom to accept my role as a faithful observer and positive vibe channeler. This is what a W looks like. Get used to it.
It's time! Christmas is one thing I need. Don't care about presents. Hit the Christmas tree. For Christmas is you.
Alright, time to lock in. Susie needs us. Okay, so the video premieres. Susie tells us her story and asks us for help. And the first thing she wants us to do is use Twitter. What Susie did was offer us a proposal, and we needed to figure out how exactly we're supposed to let Susie know we accept it.
Guys, I know what to say.
Bury this message immediately. We made no progress for nearly 20 minutes, and it might have gone on for longer if not for Magnum, the true MVP of the Susie Brigade. Yeah, that's what I'm calling us now. They got a minor shout-out in my last video, but that little tidbit is hardly indicative of all the carrying they've been doing throughout this entire time. Just in the last video, I described being stuck on one part of Earth for so long, and then Magnum swooped in from max pH and solved it just like that. How are they so goated exactly? Well, while most of us underthink or overthink, Magnum does exactly the right amount of thinking all the time. Well, that, and they're the only person there with actual ARG experience. At long last, we opened the grand folder and I did my usual job of leading people astray. I also joined VC again, and just to let you know, we were dialed in this time around, hell-bent on saving the world. This wasn't like last time. We weren't doing any ordinary karaoke this time around, we were harmonizing. I unfortunately didn't think to record again, but I think at this point I owe you a recreation.
Now I cannot tell, now I cannot speak, now I'm tearing at the seams. I've lost my words, my consciousness, my thoughts move further away from me. Now I cannot speak, no my brain is dead, I just cannot understand. And the world will not see who I am. I beg of you to hear my plea from scream.
Okay, enough messing around. There was an image in the folder that led us to a directory in the HWC website, which contained a zip folder. There were a whole bunch of images with locations, and we had to play GeoGuessr. Pretty standard ARG stuff as far as I'm concerned. I wasn't able to do any of it though. All the while we were progressing the ARG, we were also inserting codes into the new and improved Oracle on the HWC website, which was granting us more insight into the quote-unquote life of Susie Hartmann. And, at this point in time, Susie's existence has been hell on earth, or wherever she is. As a result of the failure of the Figment transportation device, her consciousness was scattered across space and time, trapped in a state of being where she's forced to watch her father slowly deteriorate trying to bring her back, unable to do a thing to help. After the death of President Hartmann, the memory of both of them was erased from the minds of everyone in the CCC, being kept alive only by the works of the HWC as well as Andonauts' records. What little communication we were receiving from Susie was borrowed time on her part, her using up the very last of her time and energy in one last-ditch effort to get in contact with someone who can help her before her memory finally fades away for good. She can be a little racially motivated as a treat. Anyways, we solved the GeoGuessr puzzle, which gave us a Discord invite link. Everyone immediately joined the server, oblivious to the horrors that awaited us.
I just wanna be part of your symphony.
The SiIvaGunner Trivia Quiz 7000, hosted by Dogen J, the next step in the ARG. Everyone in the VC starts their own quiz by reacting to the message posted by the bot, which creates a thread, and it's fairly straightforward for the most part. I'm eventually the first to complete level 1 and proceed, all the while helping the others in VC with their quiz questions. It wasn't until most of us were on level 2 that Dogen J began thinking, and thinking, and thinking. The bot stopped working. We were all soft-locked, being held hostage by the cetacean's cranial complications.
Please take it slow. I am a delicate being, and I cannot be killed in a way that matters. In the meantime, feel free to play Flappy no Waka.
After a while of stewing, I got a genius idea. I left the server and rejoined. But something was wrong. My quiz thread was gone, and the bot reactions weren't working. So I'm panicking, since I may have just completely screwed myself over. I tried reacting and unreacting ad infinitum, when all of a sudden...
500 cigarettes.
But out of the multitude of quiz threads I was continually getting, there was one that was different. Another long overdue shout out. Props to Ninja Kaio 3 for thinking of this. From here, we decided to get the whole gang in one thread and solve this thing together. And things were going well until the end of level 2, when Dogen J finally decided to reveal itself as the Antichrist.
He was a serial killer who bragged about killing people, and he professed and confessed to be a demon.
He was dead, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he'd go do it himself on feet by himself.
Something's wrong with him. That's not human, man. He's not regular, man. He was a devil, man.
This little bastard would prompt us to begin level 3 by using the start command, but upon using it, it would just restart level 2 all over again. This happened several times, and at this point, it was past 11:30 at night. I've redone level 2 so many times, I know all the answers from memory. Wait. Yo, we did... Wait, what? Susie Hartmann, if you can hear me, Susie Hartmann, please save me. Please save me, Susie. If you can hear me, Susie Hartmann. Please save me from this demon porpoise. People were having issues left, right, and center. And the VC's morale was crumbling like my respect for the joke explainer during the first ARG part. Eventually, people did finally start making it to level 3, but that came with its own problems. There was this one question that nobody could solve. What rip plays during the entirety of Ultimate Quality achieved? What do you mean by that? I'm listening to it right now. It switches songs every minute. What, are we gonna have to spectrogram it? Is that what you want us to do? We pondered this incomprehensible question for about 50 minutes before the answer was revealed. Sans Undertale. I still don't get it. Is it the cowbell? Am I supposed to be listening for the cowbell at the beginning? Is it possible to make veal out of dolphin meat? Mr. Disturbed Offspring Ghost Erasure Nirvana Journey gives us one last hard time before we finally leave it behind forever. At that point, it's nearly 1 a.m. for me, and I have to get home before the buses stop running.
But I'm gonna be butt-ass naked so the wind could just be hitting my balls and shit. Hey, bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
Saturday morning. I wake up to 12 or so pings. During my slumber, my comrades had uncovered an entire Roblox game based around the Omegas, where they had to decipher a completely new language based on Gadagadee speech. This sounded extremely tedious, and I'm almost glad I missed it. The current step was being heralded by none other than BALDIGUNNER.
Oh, hi. I'm BALDIGUNNER.
Hi, BALDIGUNNER.
Welcome to my step in SiIvaGunner's ARG.
Wait, we're doing math now. Wait, I do math. I can solve this question. I got it wrong. Not only did I mistranscribe the question, I disregarded the detail where he specifies that it's a contour integral, and I just interpreted the value of z being 2 as z being equal to 2 and negative 2, and setting those as the bounds of the integral, which yielded a negative ln. The actual answer was some imaginary number polar form tomfoolery, I don't care. Bro, let me tell you, any question that causes me to think about Calc 3 is a stupid ARG step, and whoever thought of it should be ashamed. That was a joke. I was joking. I love you, BALDIGUNNER. What happened next was sort of a blur. We started running people over with trains.
Great job. That was the correct choice. You murdered those 5 people by doing nothing.
What? Baldi! Then more people got hit by trains. I got a bad feeling about this. Someone's about to get hit, aren't they? Oh my gosh, this guy is a bot. Then a wave tapper rip was uploaded, and progress slowed down. While all this was going on, I was busy watching Corridors of Time. Insert pseudo-inspirational speech about how we're each our own platonic ideal. After some fumbling around in the dark, a premiere started, the Arya Math Fusion collab. I tuned in, and let me tell you, this stream was some of the most fun I've had throughout the entire ARG. It was a Minecraft video where Game Chap and Birdie explore the brown brick pyramid from the Fool's Branch. It had me captivated.
I say yes indeed.
You know what? It might take a rather large amount of a fool to not notice that.
I say it'd be rather ridiculous. And I say, Birdie,
if you didn't notice that, if you needed some sort of hint to see that, I'd say you might be stupid.
Indeed, oh boy, and I believe early.
I sat there for the entire 4-hour duration spectating these British lads bumble their way through the seemingly endless structure, and I was thoroughly entertained. Wait a second. The Google Drive room. That's the next clue. They're just reading it out on the screen. Or this is the freest step of all time. I can just type in the link.
Hey, I feel kind of bad, so I'm gonna just bury you this time. See you tomorrow.
After fumbling that seemingly arbitrary step, progression skyrocketed, and I was immediately left in the dust. I had to log off. My morale was shattered. There's no coming back from that, at least not today.
I'm sexy and
Sunday, the beginning of the week, emblematic of a fresh state of mind. Not for me though, I spent half the day trying to beat Coloterrita. The progress I had woken up to was in the form of a Terraria mod, and I didn't have that game, so that's just a skill issue on my part. was kinda tapped out of the ARG that day. However, I gotta commend my pal Lair for making it into Rain World. Even in the made-up chat logs, Magnum just can't stop winning. Also, Blowfish Cypher? I swear, half these ciphers cannot be real things. You guys are making these up. What have we had to use? So we got the Caesar cipher, the Vinegar cipher, the Blowfish cipher, of course, the Cetacean cipher, the Rock cipher, or ciphers rather. There are at least 47 from what I've heard. What else we got? We got the Railfence cipher, the Hill cipher, the Chaos cipher, we got the Ribbit cipher. A big rate limiting step in the production of this video is the fact that I have trouble recalling the exact timeline of events due to the fact that I just didn't understand what was going on in the ARG. A sizable portion of the day was just dedicated to reviewing the ARG doc and trying to figure out where we were. At least I assume so. I also spoke to Mario Gunner that day, as well as listened to the new album that dropped. OG and Gadget's cool cover album, featuring the very best of the famous OG and Inspected Gadget's highest quality Vimeos from their famous wait a second. Vimeo channel. This is just like that other ARG step that sucked. No one's talking about this in chat. I need to get to Vimeo. Vimeo Chanel. Too many videos. What am I missing? Copyright 2. This copyright filter is part of the search. What if I click the second option? Nothing. Maybe it's second from the bottom. And what's worse, while I was distracted by this wild goose chase, I missed Game Chap and Birdie joining VC.
Oh, we're sorry, TMF. We didn't mean to no-aka you.
We just wanted to share our gift of music.
It's okay, guys. It's not your fault. It's her!
Okay, the chaps are gone. Good. Now I can say what I wanted to say. At this point, I'm actually getting tired of Susie putting roadblocks in our way. She wants us to help her, but at the same time, she's blocking our path. So how about Susie gives us some genuine hints before I just grab a sawed-off shotgun and kill Susie a second time? I do not want to harm her. But at this point, the ARG is beginning to make us all go crazy, and we keep getting lost at every turn, repeatedly. So Susie, if you're listening, then let's talk business.
That day I had an epiphany. I reflected on my involvement in the Earth branch back in December, about how hard I had worked to try to solve it, and how I had made no meaningful contributions and almost died in real life. No, my job was not to get in the way, just like I did with the counting. If I stayed quiet, I wouldn't impede progress like I sort of did at the beginning of this branch, and the ARG would be solved anyways. Well, sorry to rain on your parade, bozo, but don't you remember what you said at the end of your last video?
I'm going to spend this year learning about ARGs, so the next time you guys do something like this, I'm gonna almost get a clue right. And brother, that's called progress.
Do something, January 19th me. Don't just sit there playing the Harlem Shake game, and don't put professional ARG solver on your resume.
You're wrong! You're all like, and then we'll get all, and you'll be all like, and then we'll be all, and then I'll be all like, get back to work!
Weekend's over. I got work to do. We're stuck on a Famine Tracker file. Well, you can just call me the master of Famine Tracker because that's completely untrue. I don't know Famine Tracker. Nobody calls me that. You know, I wrote this part in January. This video's taken so long to make, I've actually learned how to use Famine Tracker by now. Man. January 21st. I woke up, had a bagel for breakfast, and then I got ready for school. I had classes for 4.5 hours, and afterwards, I went and worked on an assignment that's due in 2 weeks. I then went to a conference about lab report writing. After the talk, I went to the library to quietly check my phone. 7 SiIvaGunner pings. I then went home to have dinner. I made pierogies with peas on the side, as well as some Caesar salad. I then did the dishes, worked on the script for this video a bit, and went to bed. It was a good day.
Great how they were all out there on that bridge, right? Your favorite game.
My favorite game?
Oh, don't you love that game with the bridge?
Bridge the card game. Was all this you just guessing what bridge was? Stupid.
Okay, I know I've been lacking these past few days. I've just been busy. I have assignments to do, I also have a quiz today, but I swear I will lock back in tomorrow afternoon after class. Oh, it's been solved. I'm just kidding, I'm glad it's been solved. I just mentally tapped out for the last 2 days. This ending was only fitting. I just want to say, I'm thankful for everyone that worked on the ARG alongside me. And I'm thankful for the SiIva team for putting all this together. It was fun and challenging, and a great distraction from the misery of being bedridden. I especially want to thank Small Blue and the rest of the doc makers. Without them, this script would be a third of the size, cause like, what was I doing the whole time? Anyways, we've finally gotten Susie her bridge to WOODMAN, and we'll soon see all our efforts paid off once the meeting premieres.
The hell out of me. Hi, team up. I was just harvesting the weed. How are ya? What?
And y'all just had to wait 20 minutes after I went to bed to start the premiere. Just one final bullet through my perishing ego. You know, that morning I told myself that if nothing else, I would at least record my live reaction to the meeting so that I would have some sort of an authentic recording for this video. It's now August and I still haven't watched it. I need to use the bathroom. You know what? I changed my mind. I hate all of you. Screw SiIvaGunner. Screw WOODMAN. Screw Susie. Screw everyone in the Central Canon Continuum. Screw YouTube. Screw the developers of Kirby Planet Robobot. And screw Blue Nugget. It's all his fault. Him and his dumb, fake Arby's One Piece ARG in 2023. That was fake and cutting into crucial study time, and I got a C+ in calculus because of him. And he didn't even finish it until a year later, giving me this fake sense of competence that just set me up to get home when the real big dog ARG rolled around. Blue Nugget, you can call us Arby's now because we have the beef. You two pyramides, stupid head taking advantage of my crippling puzzle addiction that you didn't even know I had. And you know what? She didn't do nothing wrong, but screw the joke explainer too. She never accepts any of my rips. SiIva AI was the best channel holder. Like, I felt kinda bad when Stingy stole the channel from her on her birthday, but you know, should've read that contract, bozo. Matter of fact, every alt explainer out there needs to go, especially the orange one, because he's a child murderer. Hey, it's me again. This video took so long to make that they actually started accepting my rips, so like, whatever, let's just wrap it up.
Let's go. Wankers.
What did I learn? That I'm a useless break that just gets in people's way? I already knew that from the last arc. I'm looking over all my stuff, and I don't think I made a single meaningful contribution in any of the branches. By the end of it, I had completely lost the plot and got left in the dust. But looking at the big grand doc that was put together, I don't think I would have been much help anyway. Like, are you seeing the type of stuff they're making us do? Star mapping, checkmate puzzles, using the angle that a compass is pointing as a clock hand, crosswords where you can only use the periodic table elements, linear algebra using the attention algorithm. Just slide it in, gang. I'm sorry if you came into this video expecting some sort of all-encompassing retelling of events, or even just a satisfying conclusion. For that, I'd recommend 123ZC's video on the Susie ARG, if you want to hear it from someone who actually knows what he's talking about.
Locating this file signaled the end of the Susie ARG and initiated the release of the finale, The Meeting, a SiIvaGunner Christmas Comeback Crisis side story. It purposefully premiered at midnight to screw over TMF Supreme. With the release of The Meeting...
I knew it! But throughout everything that's happened, I've made a realization about myself. Throughout all the puzzles I couldn't solve and all the blatant clues I completely missed, even though I didn't really contribute in a major way, I had fun. I enjoyed spending time in VC with the other solvers and messing around on the HWC website. And despite me not really being that important to the hunt, I still contributed. Though I wasn't part of the wider narrative, I still told my own story and was heard. I know now that I don't need to be some sort of grand ARG guru with all the answers to make a positive difference in the experience. I can just be me, and that's enough. Watch out next time though. I'm so good at ciphers now I could be on XXL.